Human beings are incredibly complex. 100 billion neurons, my friends. How long would it take you to count to 1,000, to 100,000, to 1 million? How long would it take you to count to 1 billion?
1 billion
You have 100 of those inside of you, which is an immense amount of unlimited potential for you to use your focus to be the best you can be. You're absolutely incredibly complex. You're mysteriously unique, which we are going to talk a little bit more about today. And most important, you're valuable. Even if no one has ever said to you with honesty and sincerity how valuable you are, which I doubt because you're here in Canada, the schools, your teachers, those who care about you. If you've lived your life and you still aren't sure if you're valuable, listen carefully, because this could really help you to take a load off of your shoulders. Now, what I'm going to do is show you a video to help you to think deeply about this question. In this video, I'm going to show you, it helps me when I start to doubt value within me or others. It helps to remind me of something I can't deny that's really, really mysteriously unique. Now, this video I'm going to show you introduces infrared technology, camera that reads energy. Now, keep in mind when you watch this next video that if I were to use this camera and take a look at the energy from the sun, we're going to see how significant and powerful the energy is from the sun that shines on planet Earth that makes life possible. But keep in mind when you watch this video that if I were to take this camera from the sun, zoom out, and in the very same shot, zoom into you and me, we're going to find that you and I have very significant and powerful energy as well. Check this out. So human beings do not have power plugs that plug into the wall every night that recharge this incredibly complex, mysteriously unique, and most valuable energy that's within all of us. So if you've ever wondered how valuable you really, really are, this might help you to think deeply about it for yourself. And speaking of this word self, we use it a lot. Is it just a word, or is it possibly a very significant part of you? Let's take a closer look at this word, because there's 3 parts to a human being that actually work together. The first part is your physical body, which is made up of molecules and atoms. And the second part that tells your body what to do is your brain. Another word for brain is mind. Thank you. So that's what processes your commands. But where does the command come from? Right? So how about this? If we use the word self, we use this a lot. Maybe at some point in your life, a teacher or someone who cares about you said this statement. Hey, you should really believe in yourself. I remember hearing that when I was in school, and I thought, oh, thanks, teach. You really care about me. Thank you. And it did help a little bit to push me a little bit further, but I was missing the point. I was missing the root of the statement. Maybe I wasn't listening to it with focus. Because think about it this way. When we were doing the clapping exercise, and I said, now that you know I'm trying to trick you, send that message to your brain to tell your brain to think about it, and you'll do better. And then focus. I said, now that you know I'm trying my hardest to trick you, take that focus energy and that focus command, send it to your brain, and your brain will not let you down. But what is it that's sending the command to the brain? Excuse me? Well, focus is what happens when you tell your brain to do that. But who's telling the brain? What part of you? Thank you. Because by believing in yourself and the energy we just saw, you send the command to your brain listens to your command, especially when you tell it to focus, and it will not let you down. That sends the energy to the body, which carries you forward to achieve your goal with success. Right? So believing in yourself, it's not just a part of us, it's a very significant part of knowing this energy that's inside of you, using it, sending it to your brain, and taking control of it. Because when you take control of it, you're leading yourself with success. There's a couple of questions when you start to think deeply about you and yourself. And it's, do you know who you are? Another way to say that is, what are you living for? What's important to you? Or do you know your purpose? You might be saying, hang on a minute, we're just junior high students here. These are some pretty deep questions. Maybe we'll save this for when we get older. Whenever you feel comfortable starting to think deeply, these are very helpful questions that will help you to get ready for the next stages of your life and get excited about who you are. Find out your purpose, find out your tickle, find out what really gets you excited, right? And that's coming from the energy inside of you. Who are you? What are you going to do with this most amazing energy? And it's not my job to answer those questions for you. But what I do know is, if you use the same art or magic of focus when you're thinking of those deeper questions, it should help you to figure it out for yourself. Good job, boys and girls. When you start thinking about the idea of getting to know yourself and talking to yourself, guess what? You're not crazy if you talk to yourself. Right? Here's the point. Because your brain is listening to the command you're sending to it. So whether you're actually saying words and looking in the mirror, people don't generally do that, but I'll bet you would agree, sometimes you have an inner dialogue, whether you've recognized it or not, where you're kind of saying things to yourself. And your brain is listening to you. Here's a couple of examples of how the brain can help you, or if you don't tell the brain to help you, how it will just sort of allow you to not achieve your best. Now, one mindset is called a fixed mindset. Another mindset is called a growth mindset. Now, growth is something we can all agree on because we're all growing and we're all getting bigger and we're all getting older. And the goal is to learn and to be the best we can be and be excited about it and ourselves and each other. So it seems to me most people would get excited about this side. Happiness, being excited about your life and making the best of what you're going to do with it. Now, if you're saying things to yourself something like this, here's a couple of examples. It's good enough. Now, your brain hears you, and even though there may be an expectation or an ability to do better, it's not going to turn on for you. And it's not going to help you to achieve your best without you taking command. So the right way to think about that statement would probably be to say, is this really my best work? Or can I use focus and do better? Can I train myself? If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability because I can. Because focus is one of the best habits I can have to help me to grow and be successful in my life. So I'm going to focus when I do things. I probably could do better, and I'm going to try my best. How about this? This is a statement that you've probably said to yourself once or twice throughout your life so far. I'm not good at this. Now here's the point. If your brain hears you say that, your brain will not do this. Your brain will not speak up and say something to you like this. What do you mean you can't do it? Well, wait a second. Well, what about when you learn to walk and ride your bike? You turned on your focus then. So all you got to do is turn on your focus. I'll help you do it. What do you mean you can't do this? Your brain will not say that for you. This is what I'm saying is your focus awareness. If you pick up on this art of focus and this magic that's inside of you and you take control of it, you sort of slow the flow on these types of statements because you start to know and doubt. You don't doubt the potential that's inside of you. So the right statement is, well, what am I missing? What is it that was discouraging me at the beginning where I had to focus and turn my focus on and regroup myself to give myself the credit I deserve because I know it's in there. So let me think about this. Let me turn on my focus. What am I missing? And that's what's going to help you to reach your goal. Because you're believing in yourself. You're talking to yourself with statements that are supporting your growth. How about this one? If you're the best one on the team and everybody knows it, you might say to yourself at one point, I'm awesome at this. Everybody knows it's true. You are the best one on the team. However, does that mean that you've reached your maximum potential? Definitely not. The truth is you might be extraordinary at something, but you can still grow. Where do you think teachers come from? They realize they enjoy learning. They enjoy the art of teaching. And they want to share it and grow and help to do something with their skills. Whatever it is that gets you excited, if you're really good at it, you're on the right track. And you can always grow and do better, right? So growth is something we can all agree on, and your brain is listening to you. Now, here's a statement of 10 questions that might end up in the hallway or in your classroom somewhere when you're reflecting on how you can sort of teach yourself to give yourself the credit you deserve and support your growth and your success based on how you're talking to yourself.